This time I'm offering you a simple option to express an opinion about something, or express when you're thinking about doing something. Literally, the verb to pensar is to think. So I know sometimes students have told me that they don't really say I think to read. They say like I'm thinking about reading, and I'm thinking about. They have other ways to say I think to read. They don't say it, but this is how it's written because in Spanish it does make sense. Just translate it literally. I think to read. So just adjust your brain to understand why in Spanish we say it this way, and if I write you I think about reading, maybe you won't be able to translate literally. So make just a little effort to think in this Spanish tricky way. This is not a very common way to express opinions or thoughts about doing something, but it's an easy one and it's useful. Chart for I think, or I think about doing something, or I have an opinion about something. It's a bit more complex, but I'll try to guide you through it. Why is it complex? Because sometimes can follow one path and sometimes can follow another path. So if what you want to say is something about an action, about a verb, we don't need to say que. For example, I think to eat tomorrow. Yo, I think, pienso, remember conjugated verb. Then we need to jump because it's an action. Remember, it's a verb. It's an action. It's an action that you're thinking to do. Okay? So, yo pienso comer mañana. I think to eat tomorrow. Let's say I'm thinking about eating tomorrow. Okay, let's give another one. I think to buy a car. So, yo pienso comprar un coche. I think to buy a car, or I think about buying a car. This is the first way we can use this chart when we are thinking about doing something. Now, to express an opinion, either we choose to express an opinion about an action or an opinion about something, then we need to put que. But if it's an opinion about an action, obviously we need the infinite. But if it's an opinion about something, we don't need the infinite. Let's give an example. I think that to buy a car is good. Okay? Yo pienso que comprar un coche es bueno. Is good. Okay? In this case, this que is translated to that. I think that. What about I think that the television is new? Yo pienso que, and we skip the verb, we don't need the verb, and we say the television is new, la televisión es nueva. Okay? Again, let's say, I think about buying a red cup. So, yo pienso comprar una taza roja. Let's say, I think that to buy a red cup is good. Yo pienso que comprar una taza roja es bueno. Let's say, I think that the cup is red. Yo pienso que la taza es roja. I hope I didn't confuse you. I'm not gonna give you more examples about this. You can listen again the lesson. I advise you to try to make the examples, and let's see how it goes. And try to make, obviously, always the goal is to make sentences by yourself. This is the homework, the sentences for homework. Now let's try to make two sentences, one in future, one in past. So future, remember, subject, going to, verb in infinitive, and then the predicate. In this case, I am going to, and then we need the verb in infinitive. The verb in infinitive now is to think, so pensar. Yo voy a pensar trabajar mañana. Doesn't really make that much sense, but we are practicing, we are learning. I'm going to think about working tomorrow. Yo voy a pensar trabajar mañana. Let's say another sentence in past. For example, I have thought selling the television. Yo he, remember, subject, verb haber, conjugated, participio of the verb, and then infinitive and predicate in this case. Yo he pensado, pensado it's the participio of pensar, vender la televisión.